with the Daily Parks and Rec Show. This is our first full week of daily shows that we're putting on for the Parks and Rec community. So we did produce piece of content Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, which is today. Tomorrow will be Thursday, Friday. And we've got our actually full editing team and distribution team all working to work out all the kinks on week one. So participate, everybody. Thank you for everybody participating in this first week when we're still trying to figure out all these numerous softwares that it takes to produce content of any sort, but we're choosing to do it for the Parks and Rec community. We've got a lot of new members that came in yesterday and today with the Facebook group. And so we have a couple of members that are helping to grow that group. Welcome new members, and we'll be reaching out to you to schedule a few phone calls with those that are open to understand what the needs are in Parks and Rec, and then potentially have them on the show next week or the following weeks or throughout the year. First thing though, I would like to please reach out to us if you would like us to attend your upcoming state convention. We only have about 10 slots, maybe 15 MAC open for next year. So there's 50 state conventions happening in 2025. Only 10 to 15 are going to get us the Parks and Rec Daily Show to do a podcast. We just did one in Kentucky. That would be the only one we did in 2024. We did some great podcasting with and live videos like this with the executive director, Tara Wilkinson. We also interviewed several directors and a couple of vendors. I think we recorded about 15 interviews and podcasts in all during that 3-day convention. If this is something you would like us to do at y'all's convention, please reach out to me as soon as possible, because again, we will have 50 conventions going on. Only 10 or 15 will we be able to attend. So it's kind of like a first come, first serve. And then we'll try to expand that out into more conventions in 2026. So just DM me here on Facebook or LinkedIn, or I think we're live streaming across 5 platforms. Just look up for me, Craig LeBlanc, and we'll get you booked. Okay, so if you are seeing us across multiple platforms, please like and subscribe. Some of these are very new. Our YouTube channel is very new. Our Facebook group, formerly known as Parks and Rec Done Right, is much older. We're up to 4,800 Parks and Rec professionals on there. We've been using that for a while to contribute to the Parks and Rec community, to open it up for job opportunities within the Parks and Rec community, also to ask other departments about resources. We had a question come up yesterday about someone asking about how they promote their certain facilities. It's like a workout facility or a gym, and subscriptions and stuff like that. So if there are any directors or cities that have a software or something that they use, please reach out to, let me see if I can pull this up real quick. Let's see. It was Katie. Katie yesterday asked a question. Hi, what are some fitness membership promotions you guys do for monthly and annual memberships? And so that question came on the Facebook group. If anybody has any answers for her on what you might do for your community rec center or something like that, please respond to that in the Facebook group. And that's a great example of how the Facebook group has been used by the Parks and Rec community. Many directors or assistant directors will come on there. They're getting ready to launch a program, or they're getting ready to start something new, or maybe they have some questions around an inclusive playground or some part of running the craziness of Parks and Rec departments. And so first thing they'll come onto the website, they'll come onto the Facebook group, and they'll just ask the general question. And you'll be shocked at how many other directors have already gone through this and have either the software, a company they work with, or just some basic strategies or plans that you can just not have to reinvent the wheel and start from ground zero with a lot of that stuff. So please feel free to use that. And that was kind of the original use of the Facebook group during 2020 when we started that. So please feel free to continue to use that as a resource for all of you, so the community can really benefit from all the wisdom that we have among our group. Okay, we'd like for y'all to suggest guests. And when I say guests, if you have seen somebody either at the NRPA or a state convention that just was a really good speaker or a topic that is important that a lot of park systems would find useful, recommend them to me. We'll do a remote live interview. Very familiar with these. I did, oh gosh, probably several hundred interviews last year. No, not several hundred, a little over 100 interviews last year for another media company that I was helping out. And it really does contribute back to the community, and it gives these people a good platform to speak on. And not everybody can attend the national convention that we had here in Atlanta, nor are they able to make, not everyone can send someone to their state convention. It's usually just the director, the assistant director, maybe one other person. And so maybe 2 to 3 people attend their annual state event, and maybe a few might go to the national event. But that doesn't mean that all the breakout sessions, all the continuing education don't have very valuable content that they might have missed. And so if there was someone that you thought had a really compelling content or something that's useful to the community, please help me get in touch with them. We'll have them on the show, and then we'll pop it up on the YouTube channel so that they'll be able to see that indefinitely and access it. And then you can show it to the people that aren't able to attend all these annual events. Please make sure you like, comment, ask questions on all of our social media. We're really trying to build up the YouTube channel. That's one of the newer things. And I encourage everyone. I am a big X person because, as everyone knows, I'm a huge Bitcoiner, and a lot of Bitcoin content is found on X. But a lot of the Parks and Rec community seems to work mostly on Facebook. I encourage a lot of people to have an X account, not just for themselves, but also for their city. A lot of younger people are on X. Same thing with Instagram and some of these other platforms. If you are in social media or getting the word out for your city, you really need to get good at a lot of the other social media platforms, not just Facebook, certainly not just your website, but on X, on YouTube. You need to be pushing your content out to the community so that you can raise awareness of what's going on inside of your community. Make sure you don't get pigeonholed into just one. I think that the biggest one we use, and of course the biggest presence we have, is the Facebook group that I see Sam is listening. He helped me create this back in 2020 during the pandemic. So make sure you follow us across all platforms. And that also unlocks a lot more functionality for this program to reach more people. And that's essentially what we're trying to do, is capture the great content that we find in Parks and Rec, whether it's at a state convention, a national convention, bring them on the daily show so that we can do interviews and we can push this great content out to everyone in Parks and Rec. They can watch it on their phone from home at their local city, and they don't have to attend these other conventions. That way it's all not missed on them. Also, we're asking for volunteers. We've had a lot of people volunteer to help work the different groups, to build the community, to invite people. We're always open for that. When we first started this, we had a lot of excellent volunteers that just really built the community from the ground up with us as we were trying to create some type of media presence, some type of media company for the Parks and Rec community. And they were super valuable to us. So we're starting to accept a lot of people that can help us moderate and monitor and manage a lot of these groups that are coming on. So if you're interested in that, or you know someone that might be good at it, again, please reach out to me either on Facebook or LinkedIn or X, and we'll get you plugged in. That being said, we want to welcome new members. I think we had about 21 join yesterday. So obviously these daily lives and a lot of the content being pushed out is working. It's being suggested across a lot of other platforms that you may be interested in this group. This is one of the few Parks and Rec, aside from the one that NRPA runs. There's not a lot of, matter of fact, I don't know if there's a full-blown media company, which is what we're trying to create, dedicated to Parks and Recreation. But that is what we're trying to do. Think of it almost like a TV channel for Parks and Recreation. This first week, it really is just about setting up all the tech stack and the software stack to capture the content, edit the content, distribute the content. I just wanted to go live with it so y'all get to see and participate uh, from the ground up. Also, we have a lot of uh, marketing professionals that are working for the cities right now. And I want to, and some of them are just in the infancy of starting their little marketing and media campaign and social media campaign for their cities. And I did not want to have it all perfectly polished far down the road of the media stack and the tech stack and us knowing exactly what to do and how to do it before we just launched. I wanted to do it from ground zero and basically bring everyone back into the kitchen and see all the messiness and drama that goes along with starting some type of media presence, so that if you're starting some type of media presence website, creating content and distributing it, the key is just start on day one. You're going to make a ton of mistakes on day two. Hopefully you learn something from day one, you apply that on day two. And after 10, 20, 50, 100 days of creating content and distributing it, you have all these little lessons that you're going to learn along the way. So don't worry about how terrible it is on day one. The key is just get going, start. That's what you have to do. Okay, so a perfect example. My internet here just collapsed, so I had to go fix that today, and then my mic and my headset started messing up. That's just normal when it comes to creating content, especially live content. If you want something to go wrong, create live content. And I promise you, almost every time I've recorded live content, something wasn't working. We had to start a little late. The headsets weren't working. Some little tech stack glitched. So don't let that dissuade you from just pushing through it. That's normal. Eventually you get better at it. You get more redundant systems. You kind of anticipate this kind of stuff and you just roll with the punches. That is the world of creating content. That's the world of creating live content. And the last thing I'll say about that, it does not have to be perfect when it's live. I think we get so accustomed to watching edited content, but life is live. It's a live performance. That's what we're really used to seeing day to day. And I think that's what's going to help you stand out, is just going live, let all the ugliness of the mistakes and the chaos just be part of you, and you'll get better at it with time. And because it is live, people expect that there are some stuff that might have been editor if you hadn't gone live. Okay, so that's all I have for y'all today. Just a little short one. We do have, I think tomorrow, we have a couple of our interviews from the Kentucky Parks and Rec Association a couple weeks ago. They'll be coming out. We're also producing shorts from the content that we got from the convention and the shorts from these daily lives. So please watch those and critique us. I think tomorrow we'll have a thumbnail coming out with the interview between me and Terry Wilkinson. She is the executive director over at Kentucky. And then we're going to be releasing me and her's interview. So please make any comments there. Of course, if there are any other executive directors, we welcome y'all to come on the show. Tell us what y'all are doing. Tell us about your previous convention, how that went. Tell us about the upcoming convention and what you would like our audience to know. And then share with us and the rest of the community what makes a good annual state convention. Why would you want to attend an annual state convention? And not just for the members or the directors, but for the vendors. Please give a compelling case. Come online and share with us why a vendor should come to your state association. And if you have a really good committed vendor that's been with you a long time, I'd love to have them on the show. It'll give them a little value to speak to the community. Maybe they can sell their product because we've helped raise awareness on that. But we do want to include some of these vendors that have been supporting the Parks and Rec community in the state associations and at the NRPA level, because there's a lot of people that may have not attended, or they might not have taken a big sponsorship for your state convention. And this might be the thing that kind of takes them over the edge. If they hear somebody say selling good playground equipment in one state and they're in another state, they might say, well, you know what, I'm going to attend this year's convention and I'm going to be a bronze sponsor. And so that's going to help build and support the the local state associations. And so we're going to welcome them to give those testimonies so that more vendors can come in and attend and support the state and the local associations. So any EDs, any great vendors that y'all that the EDs would recommend. And of course, as always, any directors, we want to highlight theirs, and not just the big cities, but the medium and the small cities. If you're either a current or retired director of a park system in a smaller city, obviously there are way more small cities here in America. And so we want to understand the problems and solutions that a small city faces, not just the major metropolitan areas, which only apply to a few of the people at the higher level. So please suggest anyone that maybe you respect as a mentor to come on to the show, and we'd love to have them on and have them tell their story. So again, this is Craig LeBlanc, the doorman, with the Parks and Rec, the daily Parks and Rec show. Okay, the time's a little confusing. We're going to do this every day, 12 noon Eastern, 11 Central, 10 Mountain, 9 Pacific. Each day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So we'll see y'all here again tomorrow, barring any glitches that might have. And y'all have an awesome day, and can't wait to keep serving the community. Y'all take care. Bye. Oh, sorry, forgot to put. Well, while I still got some of y'all here, I do use StreamYard. I was able to end it on my cell phone, so I do record on the cell phone and then on StreamYard. StreamYard is one of the softwares. If y'all are looking to use StreamYard, just look them up. I probably should put an affiliate link if you discover StreamYard through us, and they'll give us a little bit of money for you finding it through us. But as a reminder, you do have to put in stream twice. So what a great example of a mistake you'll make when you go live. So thanks a lot, guys. See y'all again tomorrow.